Hello. Today's lesson is all about telephone vocabulary, words, phrases, and collocations that people use every day talking about telephones and in telephone conversations. Before we start, I wanted to say that on my website you can find more phrases and collocations relating to this topic, so don't hesitate and follow the link in the description to this video. Let's start. Telephone, phone. So, the telephone is the electrical system of communication that you use to talk directly to someone else in a different place. You use the telephone by dialing a number on a piece of equipment and speaking into it. Receiver, phone. A receiver, which in American English can be also called a phone, is a part of a telephone that you hold close to your ear and mouth and speak into it. Cordless phone, portable phone. A cordless telephone or portable telephone is a telephone that is not connected to its power supply by wires, but it is able to be used like landline phone communication. It operates by radio frequency transmission and not a physical insulated wire or telephone line. Mobile phone, cell phone. A mobile phone or cell phone is a telephone that you carry with you and use to make or receive calls wherever you are. Smartphone. A cell phone that can be used as a small computer and that connects to the internet is called a smartphone. Speakerphone. A speakerphone is a telephone that has a microphone and a loudspeaker, allowing you to talk to someone without putting the phone to your ear, as well as allowing other people to hear the person you are talking to. Answer phone, answering machine. This is a machine that records your telephone calls when you cannot answer them. This device is connected to a landline phone. Voicemail. A voicemail is a system that records telephone calls so that a person can listen to them later. Calls are answered by a machine, which connects you to the person you want to leave a message for, and they can listen to their messages later. Fax machine. A fax machine is a device or a system used to send and receive documents in electronic form along a telephone line. Some people can be hard of hearing or hearing impaired. It means that they cannot hear or cannot hear well. Very often to hear other people, they need to wear a hearing aid. A hearing aid is a special device that people with hearing difficulties wear in their ear to enable them to hear other people better. That is why many people who are deafened, hard of hearing, or who are deaf-blind may use such a device like teletypewriter to call other individuals. Teletypewriter, teleprinter, or just TTY is a device that allows users to send typed messages across phone lines. Phone box, phone booth. A phone box or a phone booth is a small structure with a door, found outside in public places containing a public phone. Pay phone. A payphone is a public phone where you can make calls. A person must pay for these calls using coins, a credit card, or a phone card. Personal call. A personal call is a private phone call. You usually make a personal call to deal with your personal business, like making an appointment, placing an order, calling your friends or family, booking a table at a restaurant, etc. Business call. A business call is a phone call that has the purpose of discussing deals, agreements, contracts, or any other information of professional significance. Although it can be started with small talk if both speakers know each other, but usually it's all about business and not personal matters. Three-way calling. A three-way calling is a kind of telephone conversation when three different parties are engaged. Usually, first what you need to do is to call someone. When that person responds, you can add one more party to this conversation without the assistance of a telephone operator. Conference call. A conference call is a special telephone call when three or more people can be involved in a conversation. In-flight call. This call can be happening or available during a flight. Usually airline companies ask their passengers to avoid calling while in the air, but if you choose a private jet for your traveling, you can do whatever you want, I guess. Off-peak calls. Off-peak calls are calls that are made at times when there is the least demand. Prices at off-peak times are often lower than at other times. Like peak hours in Canada are usually between 8 a.m. and 6 p.m., whereas from 6 p.m. till 8 a.m. are off-peak hours. Calls during off-peak hours can cost up to 15 to 20% less. Reverse charge call. Collect call. A reverse charge call or a collect call is a telephone call which is paid for by the person who receives the call and not by the person who makes the call. Toll call. A toll call is a phone call that is long distance, and that's why it costs more than usual. Phone number. A phone number is a series of numbers which you use to call a particular phone. Number key. A number key is any key on the keyboard with a digit, like 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. Star key. A star key is the asterisk button on the telephone. Hash key, pound key. A hash key or a pound key is a button on a telephone, usually in the lower right corner of the dialing pad, that is marked with a pound sign. Time zone. A time zone is one of the areas into which the world is divided, where the time is calculated as being a particular number of hours behind or ahead of Greenwich Mean Time. Local call. A local call is a telephone call made within a local calling area. Long-distance call. A long-distance call is a telephone call made to a location outside a defined local calling area. International call. International telephone calls are those made between different countries. Telephone company. A telephone company, also known as telco, provides telephone and data communication services. Most telephone companies offer combined internet and telephone packages for a fixed monthly fee. Telephone line. Telephone lines are used to deliver landline telephone services and digital subscriber line phone cable service to the premises. Telephone bill. A phone bill is a written statement of money that you owe to a telephone company for goods or services they provide. Usually users must pay such bills every month. Rates. Rates are the amount of money that is charged for goods or services that telephone companies provide. Telephone book, phone book, telephone directory. A telephone book is a book that contains an alphabetical list of the names, addresses, and telephone numbers of the people in a particular area. Directory inquiries, directory assistance, information. Directory inquiries or directory assistance is a service that you can call to find out someone's telephone number. Operator. An operator is a person who helps to connect people on a telephone system. Headset. A headset is a set of headphones, typically with a microphone attached, used especially in telephony and radio communication. To be on the phone, to be on the line. To be on the phone or to be on the line means to use a telephone to talk to someone else. Call waiting. Call waiting is a telephone service that sends you a signal if another call arrives while you're already on the phone. Interference. Interference is some kind of noise or other electronic signals that stop you from getting clear sound on the telephone. So this is basically the most common vocabulary you need to talk about telephones. If you want to learn more telephone words, phrases, and telephone collocations, please visit my website. The link is in the description below. Don't forget to come back and rewatch the lesson from time to time, not to forget today's vocabulary. You can also add the lesson to Watch It Later playlist and refresh your memory as soon as it pops up in the list. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, as my next lessons I'm gonna share with you guys will be all about telephone conversations, phone idioms, and telephone phrasal verbs. Don't miss them. Meanwhile, you can check my other lessons here. See you very soon. Take care.